you doing there, YouTube? I'm back again. This time I'm doing something different. Not a music reaction this time. It's USA memes. Hopefully they're funny. Usually by their nature, memes tend to be, don't they? So yeah, I did type in Americans being Americans. That's what I typed. But yeah, I saw this somewhere along the line, USA memes, so I thought I'd click onto this. Yeah, if this is the first time you've clicked on any of my videos, I've been doing Tom McDonald reactions. That's not what I started this channel for, but it's what I've been suggested. So if there's anything that you might want to see me see, that you think I can't live without seeing, American culture, American military, just music in general. It doesn't even have to be American music. Anything that you'd like me to react to, please leave it in the comment, please. Today it's USA memes. Right, it's the originals by it's not even a word, I don't think. Baazkl. That's the original. I'll leave a link in the description. Right, yeah. If you like this, please like and a comment, and any sort of suggestions that you might like in the future. Right, let me earphones in. Right, USA memes. 3, 2, 1, go.
American healthcare be like, my stomach hurts. You're lying. Anyway, here's your $60,000 bill. Do you ever cry because you're not British? Tears of joy. Screw you, America. Portugal has 2 freedom days. America has 365. Describe America in one picture. Childhood obesity. Don't take it lightly. My kind of shopping spree. Why can't Americans just use Celsius? It's so much easier to spell than Fahrenheit. Do you mean degrees of freedom? Cloudy, with a chance of eagles. Waking up naturally.
Tell you what, I can't lie, I always get muddled up with the one we use as well. See, even after just seeing that, I'm not even sure what we use. Why can't Americans just use... So I'm assuming we use Celsius. I forgot what it was called, but it makes so much more sense. 0, freezing, plateau, there we go, 0. Everything below that, minus. Everything above 0, plus 100 degrees boil. I don't know. I've never even tried to work them out, but the Fahrenheit thing seems weird. Obviously that's how you know it.
Why can't Americans just use Celsius? It's so much easier to spell than Fahrenheit. Do you mean degrees of freedom? Cloudy, with a chance of eagles. Waking up naturally. Waking up due to the alarm clock. Waking up due to noisy family members. Waking up due to gunshots. It's so big, must be like 8 to 9 meters. American. Actually, it's 5 dads. Remember the $1 bill? This is it now. Feel old yet? This is, and I am not joking, an 1882 US patent for a mousetrap, and I think it's the most American thing I've ever seen. Shaq makes Captain America look like Steve Rogers. This kid got his yearbook photo rejected for having a gun in it, so he replaced it with a Photoshop bald eagle. English, traditional. English, simplified. Oh, shots fired. We win. We actually win. This settles it. Walmart dress code. You have a lot of freedom when dressing for work. Here's a range of the dress code compliant colors. Freedom of choice. America in a nutshell. I'm so messed up with the fact that some countries have free college and free healthcare. Kinda like their government acknowledges that those are rights, not privileges. Forget Florida. What is going on in Massachusetts? Spider-Man.
I do, most of the American reactors that I watch, most of it, if not all of them, think that they should have the same sort of system. I don't know, it's not really up for debate, but put in the comments what you think. Do you actually think that the UK system is better? It is crumbling, it really is falling apart, our NHS over here. But the American system, to foreigners, me, seems mental. If you think it's
Getting arrested for what? He's a superhero. Unless in this multiverse he's not. In America, we have a monster called Bigfoot. In Europe, do you have a bigger monster called Big Meter? No, we have an education system that stops us from believing in mythical creatures. Neil Armstrong, first guy on the moon. Neil A. What is that backwards? It's alien. Wake up, America. Did we really send Neil Armstrong to the moon? Or did we just send him back? How to sneak chocolate into American movie theaters. USA. Woman arrested for calling her ex-boyfriend 77,000 times in a week. I can just imagine the conversation with her right before this officer gets into her holding cell. Is there anybody
That's
who you
not
want to make a
possible.
phone call with? Can I call my boyfriend? Best country in the world. Americans, according to Americans. Americans, according to Europeans. Man trades baby for 15 Big Macs. College applications should be free. Why should I pay to be rejected? Just saying. They're not free. Not in America. Wait, where are they free? There's a burglar in our house. Europeans, ah! Americans, oh my, look at the time, it's clock o'clock. An eagle-shaped cloud, jacked on freedom. Happy birthday month, America. The most American... Free. There's a burglar in our house.
They look like two
Europeans,
swans
ah!
to me.
Americans, oh my, look at the time, it's clock o'clock. An eagle-shaped cloud.
I see two swans. Oh, I suppose, yeah, I can see an eagle now doing that. Yeah.
Jacked on freedom.
Two swans
Happy
popped to my
birthday
mind
month,
first.
America. The most American grocery store aisle I have ever seen in my life. Beer, pizza,
jacked.
potatoes, guns, Bible, sweatpants. Americans, right after making fun of British people for eating
Guns.
beans on toast.
No.
Time for cheese. Europeans, when Americans explain that they bought their guns at a supermarket. A supermarket. The most American thing ever.
That is insane. I've only ever seen one physical gun shop in my life. That was in Manchester, obviously in the UK. But contrary to a lot of people believe, even people in this country, guns are actually legal. But yeah, you just don't see them like apparently you do in America. I couldn't imagine being stood there with me loaf of bread and my bottle of milk and just looking at ARs in a glass cabinet. I'm assuming they're going to be in a cabinet. I don't even know.
8% of Americans say they think
even
they
know.
could beat a lion in a fist fight. Fortnite, Minecraft. Color intensity represents percentage of searches.
No,
Which
they
has
don't.
more Google searches per
They don't
state?
think that.
Minecraft or Fortnite? Bible Belt 2. The Fortnite Belt. How British people feel when they're arguing with an American and say, at least we can go to school safely. A random country. Look, we've just discovered larger amounts of oil. USA. Hello. American in movies. I'm gonna save the world. Americans in reality. I want my haircut. New state proposal. Massachusetts. US town rejects solar farm. Amid worries it would suck up all the energy from the sun. I'm an American. I don't have to understand anything. This guy was told by his homeowners association that he couldn't fly the American flag in his yard. Yeah, such a normal response to this.
Love it.
In America, it's illegal to go more than a week without eating McDonald's. Is this true? As an American, I can confirm this is 1,700.
That's like us with our tea alarm. It goes off at 2 in the afternoon, every afternoon.
76% true.
if we don't
Some
make
places
it
will
time
even
for that,
fine you for not eating fried chicken for a week. Yeah, it's true. My aunt had jail time for 1 year because she skipped McDonald's for a whole month. Damn, what
believe
is
that.
going on in here? You guys live in prison. How we see the world versus how aliens see it. Americans making fun of British pronunciation. Meanwhile, in America, bottle of water. Why do Brits speak English, an American language, rather than speaking some European language? He's so dense that light actually bends around him. Come on, save the world like you do it in movies. Man creates gun that shoots masks onto people's faces. Did someone say gun? Still can't believe this was real. Presidential race poll. Hillary Clinton, Donald Trump. These nuts got 9%. Hollywood movies when they need a Latino gangster. Heck.
That sounds like something that we do here in the UK. We've got Bin Ed, all these joke candidates that stand for Houses of Parliament. They actually do alright, but obviously not going to make it. They're just jokes, obviously, like these nuts there.
Still can't believe this was real. Presidential race poll. Hillary
Yeah, cheer up,
Clinton,
politics
Donald
somehow.
Trump. These nuts got 9%. Hollywood movies when they need a Latino gangster. Hector. Welcome to America, where everyone is equal except everyone. On a scale of 1 to 10, I give America 1776. That just defeats the purpose of a 1 to 10 scale. If you're going to establish boundaries, follow them. Freedom has no boundaries. Why are the police called 12? 9 plus 1 plus 1? Boy, that's 11. Celsius? Nope. Kilograms? Nope. Meters? Nope. Liters? Nah. British accent. American accent. The person who made this meme, a European who learned English from YouTube. The crown is weak. Now is our chance. No, England is not becoming new Ohio. Go away. I struggle to articulate my political stance sometimes. But this picture of a possum screaming at a bald eagle pretty much sums it up. Europeans being bilingual. Asians knowing 3 or more languages. Americans unable to master the English language. Some kid did that at my school once, but he didn't have a trumpet. Wait, he just had the gun? USA logic. Truck versus semi-truck. When the recipe says put oil into the pan. The hell did you say about America? I bet he's thinking about being his own country again.
Put oil in Japan. Jesus.
USA logic. Truck versus semi-truck. When the recipe says put oil into the pan. The hell did you say about America? I bet he's thinking about being his own country. USA logic. Truck versus semi-truck. When the recipe says put oil into the pan. The hell did you say about America? I bet he's thinking about being his own country again. Reason why it doesn't hurt anyone if they just stay on their side of the fence. USA. I drink tap water. Funniest thing ever. Europe. I drink tap water. Of course you do. So does everyone. 97% of all guns are in the red territory.
I'm drinking bottled water. Tap water's perfectly safe to drink here, but it's so much easier and it's cheap enough. I'm not getting used to it, like, I don't know if I've said, but I'm actually filming with my camera. It's not in 4K. I know you want it in 4K so you can see all this properly, but yeah. I forgot, lost my train of thought now. Never mind. Which you could rewind.
97% of all gun violence is in the blue. Americans when they see someone using kilometers per hour instead of glazed donuts per bald eagle. If superheroes were really from USA. Don't.
That's what I was saying. I can't get used to, like, I'm using my camera and you just flip the screen round and left's right and right's left, so it's doing me head in when I try to. You know what I mean. Percent of all guns are in the red territory. 97% of all gun violence is in the blue. Americans when they see someone using kilometers per hour instead of glazed donuts per bald eagle. If superheroes were really from USA. Don't speak to me or my son ever again. The Cleaver. Americans. Why do Europeans think they're better than us? Europeans. USA. Every war in the world. Confused stonks. The true American experience is wondering if you just heard firecrackers or gunshots. Please tell me this is a joke. It's not. One time I was downtown with friends and we heard loud pops and one of my friends goes, "Yay, firecrackers!" And this lady on the corner just looks at her and says, "Honey, those weren't firecrackers." And that's how we were within 100 yards of a murder. 4th of July. Promoted by McDonald's. I've rarely seen a more American phrase than this. Say what you will about America, but at least $1 can still get you a hell of a lot of mice. Is it weird that we all know exactly what this show is from? The US and US history books. Oh, yeah, shit. What's it called? That second-hand shop with Corey and that in it. Corey and that in it.
Say what you will about America, but at least $1 can still get you a hell of a lot of mice. Is it weird that we all...
Yeah.
Exactly what this show is from. The US and US history books versus the US and the rest of the world's history books. The first presidential debate. Old man yells at old man. The spread of the virus is based on 2 factors. How dense the population is. How dense the population is. You wrote the same thing twice. What's the other one? You're number 2. Biden. Hey Donald. Trump. Yes, Joe. Biden. What's the White House Wi-Fi password? What's the deal with Americans drinking from these pointy cups? They taste good. I get the deal. The Americans need to calm down.
We had them pointy cups for a while.
What was that? We can't hear you. Freedom. There's always those neighbor countries that sort of hate each other, like Australia and New Zealand, Britain and France, America and the rest of the world. Dear aliens, this is the rest of the world. Go invade somewhere else. Sincerely, people that want a new story plot. I like long romantic walks down the gun aisle. American versus Britain. I like to eat chips. I live on the 1st floor. I play football. I went to public school. Hey, that last one is just plain wrong. Hats are against dress code. Why the hell is your 1st floor the 2nd floor? Pizza Hut offers pizza with hot dogs in crust. So much calories. I swear, we are fighting 2 pandemics. The virus and stupidity. I need a haircut. I want a haircut. Massage is necessary. I'm proud to be an American because at least I know I'm free. Europeans, guess I'm enslaved then. 1 second, I'm going to check if the moon has any other flags on it. Call me when your moon flag pays for your hospital bills. McDonald's to give away gold cards with free food for life. America poetry. Roses are red, so is ketchup. Have a corn dog. Saw this guy driving down the interstate. When he saw me take the picture, he waved at me and screamed, "Cruise control." American English versus British English. Fourth, third, you get it. Guys, come on, that is the ground floor, not the first.
Which one makes more sense though? Ground floor. Well, they both make sense, don't they, to be fair? I don't know. Depends where you grow up, innit? They both make sense to me.
Floor. Congratulations to the United States on remaining undefeated in Super Bowls. Super Bowl wins by country. It's funny to me they've decided Americans are the only ones who might not realize they're foreigners. Foreign passports. There are 492 billionaires in the US, and not one of those losers has decided to become Batman. It makes no sense. Or Tony Stark, I'd do it. If I had a billion, I'd just become Iron Man. That'd be so fun. Americans are taking things way too far. You bet. Hello, 999. I just ate a very moldy blueberry by mistake, and I'd like my tongue to be removed. 999? You mean 911? I think if I ordered an ambulance from America, I would be a little scuppered since I live in England and it's an awfully long drive.
And it'd cost a fortune, wouldn't it? Then it cost you like $1,000 or $2,000 to call an ambulance out there. That's insane. Can't be like that everywhere. Wherever you are in America, let me know the average cost of an ambulance. But if it is that price, getting an Uber would be cheaper, innit? I bet people get Ubers with the compound fractures with the bones hanging out the shin and stuff, rather than get an ambulance if that's the case. Mental. See, on a Friday night here in the UK, ambulances basically get used as Ubers. I'm not joking.
128 million Americans. Laws, lol. Fewer than 1 million police officers. An American eats 2 million pizzas every day. The American dream leaving my body when I read history. Finding America. I sleep. Finding oil. I awake. Real. US taxpayer dollars versus US taxpayer dollars. It's called football. USA. No, it's called soccer. This is football. Soccer is for babies. It's called football. The rest of the world, we know. No, I think Americans do know it's football. They just say soccer to mess with us. How the election should be settled. How Americans sleep versus how British people sleep. Don't celebrate July 4th because you love America. Celebrate it because you hate Americans. When there's the slightest noise in the neighborhood. California is now flooding, burning, and having a drought at the same time. God, I will shred California down to its last atom. Meet my family. Behold, the most disgustingly aggressive display of Americanness. I'm just picturing some dude sitting at the dinner table with his assault rifles propped up to the other chairs. Can you pass the salad, mum? He asks the AK-47, but she doesn't pass the salad. She never passes the salad. Japanese ramen. Add plenty of green onions and a spoon of minced garlic. American ramen. And a gun. Fun game. Refer to America as South Canada and watch as Americans lose their mind. Probably because it's United States of America and not South Canada. That doesn't even sound right. Look, it's working. America is mostly people who've never left their state, saying we have the best country in the world. What are the dimensions of the bike? Banana for reference. Breaking. The US Open to add puppies to the ball person team at the 2019 tournament for the first time. All breeds welcome. American school children versus non-American school children. America, after realizing that USA has that much barrels of oil reserves. Super Bowl wins by country. America wins. Monday, January 22nd. Bro, this is a lot of food. Foot-long churro pretzel cookie. Damn, I really fell for this. Chipotle, reply with Bowlilicious for a free meal code. Bowlilicious! Big ass dude. USA joins any war. Germany. Europeans, I feel bad for you. Americans, I don't think about you at all. Don't tell me about wind and miles per hour again. Lid tipped over, in the neighbor's yard, down the street. I've lost my trash can. Florida man punches alligator to save dog's life. I'd fight tooth and nail for him. Happy John Wick noises. University of California, St. Barbara has developed a robotic worm that can swim through sand. Okay, this is cool, but why? They didn't have a flag at the games, so they used his pants. A true patriot. When I was born, I came out perfectly dry. No goop.
That sandworm looks like something that I've seen before that relines pipes underground. It's like push air.
This is something he would say. Congress, pass my minimum billionaire tax.
Probably wasn't.
Why wasn't Godzilla created by Americans? Actually, he kinda was. Goodbye, America. Hello, New York. Get this lady a book. What Americans used to build their houses with versus what Europeans used to build their houses with. Whose side are you on? Wait a minute. This is what American politics is like. My country, 'tis of thee, sweet land of unfathomable stupidity. That about sums it up. It even rhymes. I've repeatedly seen British people make fun of American food for apparently either being too sweet or too salty. But our cuisine is still pretty mild compared to a lot of other countries. And having repeatedly tried British food, I'm pretty sure the term you're looking for is having any flavor at all. Britain invaded over half the world for spices, and then decided they didn't like any of them. One time I ordered a plate of spaghetti in Oxford, and they gave me literally just spaghetti. Like, no sauce, no herbs, not even butter on the noodles. Americans make cheese toasties in a pan.
See, I think there is some truth to that about bland food. It kind of gets me when Americans say, oh, you don't use herbs and spices, you use dried garlic and dried onion. I tend to use fresh garlic and fresh onion, so I don't know. What other spices you on about? Cumin? I don't know. Use a lot of herbs. We use herbs here, a lot. Yeah, I think you're right. Just salt and pepper mainly on my food.
We call it grilled cheese. I'm so angry. What the hell is a cheese toastie, and how else are you supposed to cook it if not in a pan? Using a grill. Where is the confusion? Do you call it a panned cheese? Wait, you guys make toasties in pans? My question here is, why the hell are you guys calling them cheese toasties if you're not making it in a toaster? I don't have the answer, but they are still cheese toasties. The true American experience is wondering if you just heard firecrackers or gunshots. Please tell me this is a joke. My question here is, why the hell are you guys calling them cheese toasties if you're not making it in a toaster? I don't have the answer, but they are still cheese toasties. The true American experience is wondering if you just heard firecrackers or gunshots. Please tell me this is a joke. Bonus points. Both are illegal in your state, and you still cannot tell. Bonus points. One is illegal in your state, and it is not the gun. What is going on down there? Are you guys okay? No. Bonus round. Was the scream after caused by fun, or was it them getting shot? Challenge mode. It's 4th of July. Do you think more people die on 4th of July because, fireworks sound quite similar to gunshots? Especially on the 4th of July, someone could have just got shot and you're like, it's a firework. McDonald's is trending, but so is the election. What have McDonald's been up to recently that could have been more on topic than the American Mac Jr., Big Mac, Grand Mac. Holy, this is huge! This is why Ariana Grande said she hates America. When British people say maths, I laugh because that's stupid. When Americans campaign against universal healthcare, Britain laughs because that's stupid. We can call it maths because it's mathematics. There's more than one of them, or maybe you pea-brained eagle smashers can only handle one. Pea-brained eagle smashers, chokes on tea. When you just got a new country and you leave your kids alone with it for a couple of centuries and they already broke it. I was able to buy this in less than 10 minutes. No questions asked. This is what's wrong with America. What the hell is this scoring system? What does this even mean? US ate 110 burgers in 20 minutes and 8 guys passed out. India has eaten 33 burgers and 2 guys have passed out in 6 minutes. The max duration is 20 minutes, and if more than 10 guys vomit, it's game over. India must reach 111 burgers in 14 remaining minutes with 8 guys left. Grandfather banned from US holiday after accidentally ticking terrorist box on visa form. I don't know why that question is on the form in the first place. It's 2013 and there's no delivery service for ice cream and ice lollies. Screw this earth. What the hell is an ice lolly? Those are popsicles. Not in England, they aren't. We have a delivery service for ice cream and popsicles in America. Score 1 for the Americans in their ice cream battle. Things public school kids take way too seriously.
We have ice cream vans. Don't know why they said that one.
Jeopardy, review games, kickball, Spirit Week. This post is so American, I don't even know what half of these things are. Kahoot. Remember that time George Washington said, "Hey, don't split into political parties. If you do, bad stuff is going to happen." Then America did the thing. He looks so done. Americans. We want free healthcare. Also Americans. Cinnamon Toast Crunch iced coffee artificially flavored Twinkies artificially flavored iced latte. Everybody Google Florida man followed by your birthday and tell me what you get. Mine is Florida man tries to attack neighbor with tractor. Let me check. Florida man, July 22nd. Let's see. What the Florida man arrested for operating gambling business disguised as clothing store. What?
What? Right. That was brilliant. That was brilliant, was that? If you made it to the end and you enjoyed that, please give a thumbs up, like, comment and subscribe please. Any reactions that you'd like to see me do, please put in the comments. Thank you very much. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.